украинским народом, а с президентом
Alright, so I just came
Путиным
across his
и с
bullshit.
теми, кто его окружают и поддерживают. С
Jesus
теми,
Christ.
кто сделал кровавый выбор атаковать суверенную демократическую страну.
Okay. Canada should not be getting involved in
Canada
this at all
understands
like this.
what is at stake. We know
I
that
love how they
people
always
of
nod their
Ukraine
head as
been
if it's like
fighting
a
for
sub.
their lives,
In psychology, if you
for
nod
their
your head, you
sovereignty,
sort of are more likely to agree
are
because it's a
fighting for
positive
us
associative
too.
memory. So it's like, yes,
They are
okay.
fighting for democracy, and we
Just like she
stand
nodded her head
with
like
them.
crazy the last
Thank you
time
very
Justin
much.
Trudeau
Et je
spoke.
passe maintenant la parole à
Nope.
ma collègue, la ministre des
Nope.
Affaires étrangères.
Nope. Canada should not be getting involved. This is ridiculous. I'm actually sorry to both Russians and Ukrainians for this whole thing. This
Today
is ridiculous.
is a dark day. Last
Here
night,
we go. Let's see what she
Russia
says.
launched an unjustified attack on Ukraine. Over the past several months, we have said that Russia was positioning troops and equipment to invade Ukraine. Russia said that it was not, that there was nothing to
Who
worry
cares
about.
what Russia? Well, it doesn't matter.
Russia lied.
That's what you're
We said
telling
that
us. That doesn't
Russian
mean
military buildups along the border were continuing to grow. Russia said exercises were complete and it was withdrawing troops. This was a complete fabrication.
just like Trudeau does
Russia
all the
told
time.
us their military
Just look behind
exercises
you.
in Belarus
He's right there. He's the one
would
full of
end on
shit.
the 20th of
What
February.
are you talking about?
Today, Russian forces are invading Ukraine from the territory of Belarus. We said that Russia would fabricate a pretext for military intervention in Ukraine. And Russia has tried to do that repeatedly, although in no way convincingly. Russia argued that the Minsk agreements were to be the only roadmap
Is this
to peace.
all you have?
This week,
A piece
Vladimir
of paper that you're
Putin
reading?
declared the Minsk process
So
dead.
you really can't say it yourself?
For Russia,
Why do you
this
even
was
have a
never
job?
Any question
I dare you
of a
not to look
diplomatic-
down.
There
I
was-
dare you.
For Russia,
Just
there was
once, just for
never
like 5
any question
seconds.
of a diplomatic solution
1,
or an honest
2,
conversation about security
3,
in Europe.
4. She
This
can't
was
even do it.
always about Russia taking control over Ukraine's sovereignty. Russia is solely responsible for this crisis.
What is that
They have
mask on the
chosen
right anyway?
deception, intimidation, and a manufactured
Might wanna put
crisis
that over
based
your
on
nose,
lies and false
if you're
flag
assuming that-
operations.
False flag operation.
Today,
There you go. Yeah.
the Russian regime is challenging the world order that has kept us safe since the Second World War. Au cours des derniers mois, nous avons dit que la
In the
Russie
past
mettait
few
en place
months, we
des
En
said
française.
that
Ah, s'il vous plaît.
was
Ah.
Ukraine.
placing
La
troops and
Russie a dit
equipment to
que ce
invade
n'était pas le cas, qu'ils
Ukraine.
n'avaient pas lieu de
Russia
s'inquiéter.
said that we had
La
nothing to
Russie a
worry
menti.
about. That wasn't the case.
Nous
They
avons dit
lied.
que le renforcement
Look,
Look,
militaire
if you can't say it in anglais,
de
then you're not
Russes
going to say
le
it
long de
en
la
français.
frontière
Along
ukrainienne
the
continuait de croître.
Ukrainian border continued
La
to
Russie a
grow.
dit qu'elle allait
Russia
retirer ses
said
troupes.
it was going to withdraw
C'est une
its
pure
troops.
invention.
That was pure
La Russie nous a
fiction.
dit que ses exercices
Russia
militaires au
told us that
Bélarus
its
prendraient fin le 20
military
février.
operations
Aujourd'hui,
in Belarus
Trudeau also
ceased
advocated for
in
democracy.
Today,
Belarus.
they're invading
La
Ukraine
Russie a
via
affirmé
Belarus.
que
And
les accords de Minsk
also
étaient le seul
advocated for
chemin vers la
killing
paix.
8 of your
Minsk
pets.
agreements were the only
Vladimir
roadmap
Poutine a
to
Sorry,
dit
8 of your
publiquement
pets. Sorry,
that
8
today
days
processus
he'll
de
kill your
Minsk était
pets.
mort.
said that the Minsk
La
agreements
Russie a
were
donc
dead.
prouvé
I'll
au
retract
monde
that
entier la
statement.
véritable
If
nature
If you're a
de
trucker in
Vladimir
jail
Poutine.
for 8 days,
Ils sont les
then
seuls
they'll
responsables de cette crise.
kill
They
your
are
pets.
solely
Ils ont créé par la
responsible for this
désinformation,
crisis
la
that they
manipulation
created through
et la mauvaise foi.
disinformation, manipulation, and bad faith.
Earlier today, I have been in touch with the Office of President Zelensky, with the Deputy Prime Minister, Finance Minister, and the Foreign Minister of Ukraine.
Oh, this is just
I've been in
really
touch with many of my
frustrating.
G7
That's why my
counterparts
mind
and the
is at a
Secretary
loss right
General
now.
of NATO.
Clearly, this is
We're
crazy.
united.
It's like,
Canada
let's
stands
change the
with Ukraine
subject.
and
Let's
its
change the
people.
subject so that no one
Alongside our
focuses
allies
on
and
me. I'm
partners,
going to sound like
we
a
will ensure
badass.
Russia's actions
I'm going to sound
do
like a
not go
badass Prime
unpunished.
Minister.
You have heard the Prime Minister. We will impose a strong package of new sanctions targeting all major banks, oligarchs, member of the National Council,
Oh,
including the
again,
Minister of
new
Defense,
sanctions
Shoigu,
on
Minister of
banks.
Finance,
Great.
Sylvanov, and Minister of Justice, Truchenko. Canada will also block exports to Russia that require
Oh.
permits. Existing permits will be canceled and all applications will be denied. No aerospace,
That's
technology,
stupid.
and mineral goods will be sent to Russia. Canada has one of the
That's gonna
strongest
screw
package
us.
of sanctions being released today. And together with those from our allies, we're inflicting severe pain on the Russian regime and the Russian
So
economy.
we got
We
inflation,
call on
frozen
Russia to
bank
stop
accounts.
its attack immediately
horrible
and to
trade.
return to the path of dialogue and diplomacy. This madness has to stop.
Yeah, it does.
Comme vous l'avez
Please,
entendu
thank
de la
you.
part
Say that
du
again.
Premier
You
ministre,
heard the
This
Prime
madness
Minister
absolutely has to stop. You're an idiot. All of you are complete morons. None of you have a clue what you're talking about. Or even how basic economics. What is wrong with you people?
Defense Minister, Finance, and the
Le
Minister
Canada
of Justice.
bloquera également
Canada
toutes
will
les
also
exportations
block
vers la
all
Russie qui
exports to
nécessitent des
Russia
permis.
that
Les
require
permis
permits.
existants seront annulés, toutes les demandes
Existing permits
seront
will be
refusées.
cancelled and all
Aucun
applications will
bien
be
lié au secteur de
refused.
l'aérospatial.
Nothing
Canada is in no way, in any
généraux
shape
ne
or
pourront
way,
être
shape, or
exportés vers
form,
la
in
Russie.
any place to threaten Russia. What is wrong with you?
One of the most vigorous series of sanctions
Oh
possible.
my God.
And our goal
Especially when you have a leader like Biden defending
I
Canada.
also spoke again
Oh my
this
God.
morning to
This is the
Canada's
most
ambassador to
ridiculous.
Ukraine.
I'm
The
losing it.
staff are now safely in Poland. As soon as we're able to ensure adequate delivery of services, they will return to Ukraine. Consular services remain available to Canadians in Ukraine. Information on how to reach Global Affairs can be found on our website and on my social
Anyone
media
ever wonder
channels.
why they need to be in the
Should there be a
background?
surge in demand for consular assistance, we are ready.
Just go
Our
home.
teams in Ottawa,
Nobody
Warsaw,
cares.
and
You're
major
not speaking.
European cities are on standby to
Warsaw,
support.
Warszawa.
The safety and security of all Canadians is
Bardzo
our highest
dobrze.
priority. Canadians in Ukraine should shelter in place unless they're
Oh, God.
able to leave the country safely.
You know
I'd
what?
like to finish by expressing that I know that the pain we're inflicting on Russia does not compare to that being felt by the Ukrainian people today.
No shit,
You
Sherlock.
can
What
be
kind of
sure that
fucking
Canada
statement was
and the
that?
world is with you. J'aimerais conclure en disant que je comprends que ces sanctions que nous imposons
All right, so we're gonna get metal. We're gonna just, you know, join. Oh, Jesus. This is so stupid. This is not our fight. This is not anyone's fight.
I will now pass the floor to my
Other
colleague.
than the Ukrainian, like. Leave Canada out of this for now. What is wrong with you? The U.S. has. Like, you really gonna make statements on this? We're closer to Russia than.
for the Ukrainian people, for democratic
I
societies,
mean, unless you count Alaska.
and for all those who stand for peace and security. Indeed, some in the West have taken peace and security for granted before today. Some may have believed that what is happening right now in Ukraine, in Europe, could not, would not take place. But it is.
We've known it for like
Putin has
decades.
chosen to deliberately
They've wanted it
invade
for.
Ukraine,
Oh, are you
a
kidding me?
sovereign, democratic nation that did
I
nothing
swear, this
to
is
warrant
insane.
this aggression. I am sure many of us could not even imagine.
You know,
what it
we need
must
to
have
stop
felt like
bastardizing
being
Russia
woken up
because
by
there's something
explosions.
going on here that I'm feeling a little icky here. There's something going on. It's not, Russia's not evil the way that you think.
And for all those who stand for peace and security.
No Russian person wants this to happen. There's something more behind the scenes and you're not telling us.
Sovereign democratic nation
Qui n'a rien fait
who
This
did
is so
nothing
pour
stupid.
justifier
to
cette
warrant this
agression.
aggression.
When I visited Ukraine last month, I met with countless hardworking and good people, and I am heartbroken now to
Хорошо.
know that those same people are fighting
Right.
for their futures, for their very right
Mm-hmm.
to exist as a sovereign people. And to my Ukrainian counterpart, my friend, Minister Resnikov, whom I saw only a few
Why
days
are we
ago,
even talking
and
about
with
this? This has
whom I am in
nothing to
daily
do with
touch.
Canada, you
And to
idiot.
all Canadians, I
Are you
say,
all that
I
stupid? You're
am
getting
with
us
you.
involved in
We
something that has
are with
nothing to
you.
do with us.
Canada is with you. I offer my condolences to the families of the Ukrainians who have been brutally killed, and I wish a speedy recovery to the injured. My thoughts are also with
Yeah,
the
and then we
1.3
send troops
million
over the world and then
Ukrainian
kill them
Canadians
brutally.
watching
That's
these
like, I mean,
unfolding
what kind of
events
logic
in
is this?
horror.
This is the dumbest
Let's
thing
be
I've ever
clear.
heard. You have to be
Putin is
a
responsible
special
for these
type of
needless
stupid
deaths, for
to buy into
violating
this.
the UN Charter and for
And what?
violating the
Oh.
international rules-based order at the same time.
Okay.
And comme Mélanie a déjà dit,
As Melanie
in
already
the last
stated,
few weeks, Putin has tried to convince the world that the path that he has chosen is reasonable and legitimate, mais ce n'est pas le cas.
The real
Pas du tout.
That is not the case,
Putin's
not at
actions
all.
are not only illegal, they're unconscionable. He has flagrantly disregarded the fundamental rights of Ukrainians to peace, freedom, and self-determination.
just like Trudeau
Since
did.
2014, in fact, Russia has set the stage for this unprovoked invasion, indeed further invasion of Ukraine.
Trudeau invaded
For
our
this
bank
unwarranted
accounts.
attack
What
on
the
sovereign
hell is
people,
wrong with
for
you
this
people?
deliberate
Are the
undermining of
liberals really
rules-based
this?
international
Oh my
order.
goodness.
And there are no arguments that Putin can put forward that could legitimize the choices.
Of
that
course
he
there
has
are.
made.
This is what
We
war
will not
is.
stand for
And
this
sometimes it's
attack
not a
on the
war. Sometimes
rules-based
they just
international
want to
order.
take with look. This is a different thing altogether.
Our
It might not be as
determination
violent as you believe it to be.
international order based on
Ukraine
rules
might be fighting back
Ils
with
seront
American
les reprennent
weapons.
de l'Europe.
That's what's
security
going
of
on.
Ukraine, of Europe, and the world
And so that's what you see.
Our
will
resolve.
never.
You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea. And I'm not going to believe this bullshit.
Since the very beginning, when Crimea was invaded in 2014,
And anyone who
Canada
believes
has
it
been
is an
there
idiot.
with Ukraine
You have
and
no
all
idea what a
those
false
under
flag
threat
attack
from
is.
Russia's actions. I want to outline
Jesus
5
Christ.
points. First, we've been there with strong and coordinated economic sanctions, which will continue to weaken Russia. Second, by putting in place, then extending and expanding Operation Unify.
Anyone remember that girl
this
on
mission, our
CNN who
Canadian
said that
armed
Russian
forces
soldiers
have
saved her
trained more than
life?
35,000
Despite what the
of
media
their
was saying,
Ukrainian
it was the exact
counterparts
opposite.
to help them defend themselves against an eventuality like this one. We have watched Ukraine's soldiers become a more disciplined, more agile, and more effective fighting force. And as soon as conditions
Yeah,
allow,
of course.
we will
I love the
continue to
Ukraine. I love
provide
Russia.
training
This whole
and
thing is just a
capacity
whole
building to the
unfortunate
Ukrainian
event,
military
but
under Operation Unifier.
you're making
We
it
have also
sound
been providing support
in
from a cyber perspective.
this is your
and will
chance to do
continue
something.
to do so. Third, by providing significant
not telling
financial
us.
contributions
There's always
to strengthen
something
Ukraine's
behind the scenes.
institutions and economy,
Jesus Christ.
approximately $700 million in total. Fourth, by providing nearly $10 million worth of lethal and non-lethal equipment, which has arrived in full and in time to be effective and
Which was
useful.
never voted on.
Fifth and finally,
You just
by
decided,
announcing this
we're just
week
going to throw money
the
at them.
expansion of Operation
Yeah, because
Reassurance
Ukraine
to
needs
bolster
money.
NATO's eastern flank and to make it clear
They already have arms, you
to Putin
idiot.
that
They've
we
been
stand
planning
with
this
our
for
allies and our
how long
partners
now?
in the face of Russian aggression and destabilization efforts.
Oh, but we're going to help them.
We have also placed
You're going to help them against Russia.
3,400
You're going to help
military personnel
by putting our
across
money
all
into
branches of the
Ukraine.
service on
with-
standby to deploy
They
to
have
the
no
NATO
chance in
response
hell.
force
What is wrong
should
with
they
you?
be required.
This is
We
the
have
dumbest
constantly
fucking...
demonstrated, in short,
Oh,
our
God.
support for our
I
allies
can't believe
and
how
our
much you're
partners
just
in the
totally
face
ruining
of
everything.
authoritarianism and such aggression.
You're trying to be a
I
hard
want
ass
to
now.
personally thank our
Ended the
Canadian Armed
Emergency Act
Forces
because the people
for
don't want it.
critical work
So I'm going to
that
be
they
a
have
hard
done
ass.
to prepare our Ukrainian friends for this fight. In the coming days, months, and years,
You can't.
your country will continue to ask more of you. Given the increasingly dangerous world, just made significantly more dangerous, your service
Because of
is
you.
more important than ever.
So wait, it's
And I
less
will do
dangerous
everything
when you
in
give
my
people
power
more
to ensure
ammunition.
that you are resourced to fight and win. And I can confirm that Canadian Armed Forces are ready
Stop
to
looking
assist
down.
with the whole of government.
Jesus
efforts
Christ, are
in
these
the
people
region.
really just reading from a fucking script
Finally,
every single
I will
fucking
remain
time?
in
Welcome
close
to Canada.
contact with our NATO allies, our Ukrainian partners, and with Minister Resnikov. We cannot allow Putin to redraw maps and to rewrite history to suit his own purposes. We must and we will
Maps
stand
are
up
always
against
redrawn, you
these
idiot.
efforts to sow discord,
Even in
deceit,
Canada,
and
they're
violence.
redrawn. What are you talking about? That? Hence, none of
Nous ne
it.
pouvons pas permettre à Poutine
We
de
cannot
redessiner
allow
les
Putin
cartes
to
et de
redraw
décrire
maps and
l'histoire.
rewrite history.
What do you mean we cannot allow? Like you have any power at all over Russia?
Cette période critique
You have
At
power
this
only
pivotal
because the
time
U.S.
for
protects you.
Ukraine, for Europe,
le
and for the
monde.
world,
Le Canada
Oh
et
my
ses
God.
amis de
and our
l'OTAN
NATO
sont
allies
plus
are
Look,
more
this whole thing is a
united,
shit show.
more
I'm
resolved,
Canadian.
and
I just want everyone to
stronger
know
than ever before.
I love, look, the U.S. is our brothers, but this whole thing is a shit show. I want to just be annoyed brothers with against Russia. Not against. Not against in that sense. But more like, fine, if you're going to hate them, then all right, you know what? We're going to just have no feeling about Russia. Like, because I love Russians. I do love Russians. I love Russia. And this whole thing about blaming Russia for every goddamn thing is the most dumbest fucking thing that you could ever believe. And if you really are that stupid,
Also the violation of the UN Charter, the principles,
the Charter of Rights and Freedoms that you violated for us
and we will
against peaceful
respond
protesting?
forcefully to make sure that Russia,
Shut the fuck up, you dumb
that Russia
fuck.
does not benefit from having invaded
Oh,
Ukraine.
of course, there's the yes. There it is again.
Demonstrated not just
There's the
with
yes. We're
Canada's
supposed to agree
response
now
and
because you're
sanctions,
nodding yes.
but with the unity that we've seen amongst
It was in
G7,
paragraph
amongst
2, section
NATO
2,
leaders,
that you
amongst
violated.
EU
You,
leaders,
sir.
and indeed amongst leaders from around the world.
You can tell I'm passionate.
That what
I know.
Russia is doing is terrible and wrong and will be met firmly and forcefully with a response that will punish Russia and make sure they understand that this was a grave
You can't punish Russia.
misunderstanding of the rules-based order and a grave miscalculation
By you.
by Vladimir Putin.
No. He's a leader. You're a dumbass. You might as well be wearing a dress right now and do a twirl for me.
Is this the end of the
Do a
post-World
pirouette.
War II order as we know it? And certainly the Ukrainian ambassador believes so. And what does
Who the
that
hell
mean
voted
for
for
Canada
him?
moving
Like,
forward?
seriously. Like, I mean, honestly. You gotta be one type of stupid to vote for
Thank you
this
the
motherfucker.
question. It's a really important one. And the
According to
reason
you.
that we are so determined today, the reason you heard such determination from the Prime Minister and my ministerial colleagues today is we cannot allow this to be the end
You
of the
don't have a
post-World War
choice.
II rules
You
based
have
order.
no ground
It
on
could
which
be.
to stand.
This is an extremely serious
It's not
challenge
your
to that
fight.
order.
It's not your
And
fight. You're gonna get us involved in some
If
shit
Russia
that.
succeeds,
Oh my god.
then that order will be breached. And we can't let that happen.
Yes,
we
you
can't let that
can,
happen
because it's gonna
because
cost
that would be
lives, you
devastating
idiot.
for
It's
the
gonna
world.
cost
And it would be
I don't
really
know.
bad for Canada.
It's gonna cost
Canada was one
millions,
of the countries
possibly,
that built
if you really want to
the
go that far
rules-based
with it.
international order after the Second World War
Oh,
Canadians
we're gonna
fought
reference the Second
and
World War now.
died
There you go.
to build that order. And they did that because they cared about the world, but they also did it because they understood that as a middle power, as a democracy, we really need those rules to be firmly in place.
The irony
So,
that Canada
yes, it
invaded the
is a moment
U.S.
of grave danger,
Uh-huh.
and that's
Talk about our
why
values.
when all of
Go-
us
go
said
for it.
today that the people of Ukraine are fighting for their own democracy and their own
Burn down the
sovereignty,
White House.
but they're fighting for all of us, and that's why we need to support them.
Next question.
Yasmine Mehdi avec Radio-Canada. Il y a 2 jours,
Radio-Canada.
You're so
2
stupid.
days ago,
des sanctions, une première
you
vague de
announced
Leave,
the first
stay
wave of
out of it.
sanctions
What is
that
wrong
did
with you
not
people?
stop
Est-ce
Vladimir
qu'on
Putin.
pense vraiment
Oh, God.
Do we really think
This is so
that
stupid.
more
changer quelque
sanctions
chose ou
will
est-ce qu'on est
change
face
anything?
à
Or are
un
we
Of course,
facing
sanctions aren't
an
gonna-
irrational actor
What sanctions? Russia has all it needs. It.
change
On a
absolutely
vu à
nothing.
quel point
We
You're just
saw to what
pouting your
extent it's
chest out.
important for
de
Putin
justifier
to
en utilisant
justify
des
himself
mensonges
by
et de la
using
propagande
lies and
ses
propaganda
actions
for his actions.
auprès de sa propre population russe.
Propaganda. You're the one
Comes to
propagating
communicating
everything.
with the Russian
This is
population.
ridiculous. This is actually the most backwards
For the past few
1984
weeks, or
bullshit
even the
from
past few
Justin
years, he's
Trudeau,
been patrolling the
and I
media.
can't watch this anymore.
He
I'm
uses
sorry,
a
I
lot
can't
of
do it.
propaganda tools to convince
Look,
Russians.
I can't do
Of
this.
some
I'm just pissed off. I'm a pissed off Canadian at this dumbass motherfucker.
His actions.
La menace
If only Black Shades was here, but white tea. I'm done. I can't do that. I can't listen to this. He's such an ass. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about. He's so stupid, it's funny. But not funny, because now we're getting on an international scale of war. White tea. Much love to the Russians and Ukrainians. I'm sorry that this whole thing went down the way it did. Much love.